welcome to episode 116 of the Concealed Taco Dudes
You had to
podcast.
think about it. It's been so long, you forgot where you were.
I had to look at the sticker on the fridge. I was actually in my mind. I'm thinking, not Taco Bell, not Taco Bell, not Taco Bell. I don't think Al's ever gonna live that one down.
No, that was too great.
That was so funny when he,
Well, and it wasn't just once. It was like three or four times
in a row.
Anyway, thanks for joining us.
Good morning.
It's another early morning episode.
I like him.
I know Ricky's the only morning person here, but
yeah. Well, I'm kind of a whatever time of the day it is person.
Yeah.
Like I usually work late nights, early mornings,
Whatever.
all night long.
Yeah.
Like whatever
Right.
is, and then I sleep on the other half, so I can
So you're just a train wreck, is what you're saying.
Yeah. So, but I did take off yesterday, and so
To recuperate?
You've
been working
To prepare for the podcast.
Yeah, so I slept in kind of late, and then it allowed me to wake up early this morning.
Excellent.
But yeah, work has been pretty crazy lately.
Yeah. I understand that. I'm working a ton more than normal right now as well, just to try and keep up.
Yeah, I hear that.
In fact, that's where I'm going when we're done here. I don't normally work weekends.
You got that many?
Yeah.
That much stuff going on?
Oh yeah.
Good.
Yeah. So plus I got like personal Christmas projects that I gotta get done. My son and his family will be coming in town, I think Wednesday or Thursday. So I know come later in the week it's gonna be tough for me to stay in the shop, regardless of what I have there waiting for me. So I'm gonna try and get a bunch done today so I can take a little more time off. But anyway, let's knock out some sponsors real quick.
Well, we are in the NOE studio, so NOEBulletMolds.com, the finest bullet makers in the universe.
Yes.
And
I got a tour of their whole shop last week.
Yeah, Al came in
gave it.
before we finished up.
I
Pretty
heard
impressive.
that you're one. No, was it you who was asking about a tour? And then Jason's like, "Oh, we could maybe turn on the lights." And I was like, "Oh, Jason's not the guy to give you a tour." Here it is. Jason's like, "Here's a bullet mold.
There's the garage door that goes up and down right there.
This is a machine that helps
makes
do
stuff.
bullet molds. I think there's 5 machines in here that help make bullet molds.
We call this over here a sink. Where you can wash your hands.
That's all Al did.
This is
He
where
just used bigger words.
It looks like a drill, so they probably drill the bullet molds.
This makes holes.
I think if you push this button, it turns this computer on.
And there's all these parts right here. I don't know what they do, but they do stuff.
It was a cool shop, though. Bunch of, CNC machines and crazy big bits and stuff. Really cool. Really cool to see what they do and how they do it. Big bits.
Yeah,
expensive bits.
They have all these carbide cutting tools that they actually grind themselves. And
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
it's
cool to
pretty
see that.
cool.
He does his own bits.
Making their own tools
It's
to
so
make
cool.
the stuff. I thought
Yeah.
that was really cool.
Yeah.
But I actually got to I brought a guy. He was in town during Thanksgiving, and he's from the Zombie Headhunter channel.
Oh, okay.
YouTube channel.
Why didn't we have him on the show when he was here?
He was here for a brief moment in time.
That's all it takes.
He was here long enough to give me some 338 Lapua brass,
Oh, nice.
get a tour, and then talk outside for a little bit, and then head back. He's from Wyoming.
Yeah.
So I think he has some family here in Utah, and they're visiting or something. But yeah, it's cool to meet up with him. And
Nice.
thanks for the brass.
Very cool. So, black ice coatings. Oh, wait, you didn't give
so
the discount code.
Yeah, we were talking about how it's cool that they make their own stuff, and we didn't even give you a coupon code to use it. So coupon code FLT001. It'll save you 10%.
Mm-hmm.
And I was informed by Al that the powder I bought ended up costing him $10 to sell it to me.
Sell it to him.
So, in combination with my $1,000 discount and the FLT001 code, I ended up costing him on the powder.
Oh,
I felt bad, so I came in on one of my days off and spent half a day like packaging up stuff.
Oh, well, that was good of you.
Yeah, he totally didn't like ask me to do that. I just,
No, that's what he does. That cost me money, so I'm gonna need you to come in.
as he cracks the whip.
you
Enjoy the
owe me
powder.
4 hours.
Sit down.
But yeah, so NOEBulletMolds.com, best place to buy bullet molds and a lot of different kinds of reloading tools. He has, I know he has a couple of Dillon presses in the back.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're listed yet, but if you've been waiting for a Dillon press, like a 650, call him up. And you might have to try a couple times to get him on the phone, but call him up and say, I want one of those that Taco said I could probably have.
Oh, wow.
All I have to do is come in and package stuff, and I can have it.
Yeah.
You'll be packaging stuff for a long time if you want a Dillon press.
Nice.
But yeah,
Very cool. Black Ice Coatings at blackicecoatings.com. Check them out. If you're not using Black Ice Coatings, I don't know what you're thinking. I love their stuff. We all love their stuff. Everybody in this room has stuff from Black Ice Coating.
yeah. I need to do a video specifically on black ice coated stuff.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like specifically the Teflon?
No, just
or
like the coatings. Like,
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take that little blackout air quotes pistol
Yeah.
and that he did for me, but.
Do you want to borrow Rocinante?
No, but if you have another gun that's different kind of coating or different style, I might borrow it for some video. I did do a video the other day.
My muzzle loader's pretty sweet. Did the scope and everything.
Yeah, so it's kind of like what did you get the water transfer print?
Yeah, it's hydro dipped.
Hydro dipped.
Yeah, in what was it called? Boneyard camo.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So it's got deer skulls
Yeah.
and stuff, and figured I needed something like that.
That
for
should help.
A hunting, yeah. It worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If anything, it makes you look more like a hunter.
Yeah, exactly.
When you're hunting.
Sure.
Exactly. That's half the battle. If you look cool,
looking-
You look
Yeah.
cool.
and it doesn't matter whether you shoot something or not.
That's why we all spend hundreds or thousands of dollars on camo. It's just to look
Exactly.
cool.
Exactly. Yeah.
The deer are like, wow.
I'll let you kill me.
Yeah, it
It'll be an
looks good.
honor. In fact, I'll lay down right here.
Didn't see it coming.
Anyway, check out Black Ice Coatings. They do fantastic work, and they don't just do firearms. They do anything and everything. So check them out. Call them up. Tell them you want it slickery. Utah Air Guns. I went into Utah Air Guns this week, I think. Yeah, I did. It was this week. My days are all mixed up and backwards. And anyway, so last week we talked about the air tank caddies.
Yeah.
Because they're on my website now. They're on sale right now.
Yep.
But I didn't think Utah Air Guns had been selling them because I couldn't see them on their website. Well, apparently they have sold out of them.
Oh, wow.
And they're like, yeah, we need more of those. It's like, well, you have my phone number. So they just ordered a bunch more, as well as they ordered a bunch of the new stocks that
Cool.
I'm doing for the Talon P. And I need to get your gun.
Yeah, I'll bring that.
So we can adapt it for the bigger tanks also.
What would you change on the bigger tanks? It has like a butt plate on the tank.
It does. Basically, what it will do is it provides a little better cheek rest or cheek weld for you. It's not as, you don't need it to be as adjustable on those because it's already got a relatively long
Yeah.
length of pull. It basically is just going to give you
Looks
adjustability.
cool.
So if you're really tall or got really long arms, you can stretch it out if you need to. Gives you a better cheek weld, and they look awesome.
So are both of those going to be available on their website and in store?
I believe so, but
That's the idea.
yeah, I don't know why they wouldn't have it on the website.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for an air tank caddy and you want to order it from them, call them up and say, hey, why aren't these on your website so
Yeah.
I can order them? Or you could just order it from me too, whatever. But
Yeah, that's true.
anyway, Utah Air Guns. I'm kind of getting an itch for a new air gun.
New air gun.
But I want to go big bore, I think.
Big bore?
I think I want to do a 357 that I can shoot slugs out of.
Yeah, kind of. Have you seen the... I mean, it's not high-end or anything. The little bulldog, like owls.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, those ones take...
Who makes it?
I think it's Benjamin.
Is it a Benjamin?
Yeah.
I like my Benjamin Marauder.
But they make... It looks all spacey and stuff.
It does.
Like a fake gun.
Uh-huh.
Or a toy gun or something.
Yeah.
But they actually shoot, like, cast lead 357 pistol projectiles.
That's kind of what I'm looking to get into.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of looking at the Air Force Texan, but I don't know if that is capable of doing the same thing.
Yes.
I haven't talked to anybody about it down there
Yeah,
either.
those big ones that are... I think that one is magazine fed. The Bulldog. But the Texans, they're single shot.
Right.
A lot of power.
Yeah.
They're known for that. Just, power, hunting.
Uh-huh.
So, kind of just depends what you're going for.
Yeah.
But single shot, big bore, 357, that would, you'll get more shots out of your tank than, say, like the 45 or 50.
Yeah.
Is the 22 not taking care of the sparrows like you need?
He's got those zombie sparrows. They've fallen and then they start rising again.
No, this wouldn't be for the sparrows.
Okay.
Jason, the solution is you got to start shooting the sparrows in the head.
I do.
Then they don't rise up again.
I've been getting headshots on the sparrows. I've been practicing my hostage sniping skills with the chickens. My wife yesterday, she's like, one of the chickens I don't think is doing very well. I'm like, what do you mean? I think she might be blind. She just stands there and doesn't move. And I put food out and she doesn't go to the food. And then it got dark and she was still standing there. We had to pick her up and put her in the hen house. And she's like, would you shoot her?
Oh.
Yes. I'm like, wait, really? So we might be...
Is it old?
Like maybe 3 years?
How old do chickens live?
Usually, most of mine were a couple years. I had one, though, that a buddy gave it to me because it was too old for him, and so I just threw it in with my chickens just to be nice.
Uh-huh.
And I had it 6 years before I gave it away. And they still have it. That thing is so old. And it's hideous. It's the ugliest chicken I've ever seen.
My sister had a one-eyed
like bald.
rooster
that
she hatched from, those like elementary school egg hatching things. Yeah, she took she got 2 roosters, of course. For some reason, the elementary schools always get like rooster eggs.
Oh, gosh.
But yeah, my sister, she had 2. We had to get rid of one because they would just fight to the death. And
wow.
You could have charged for...
Or you could get charged.
Yeah. But this rooster, it lived forever.
Wow.
One-eyed, and it would chase everybody. The neighborhood kids, whatever. Would get down low and just chase after him. You'd see this one of our neighbor boys, he'd just flying past the front window, and you're like, what? And then the chicken right behind him.
Who runs from a chicken?
But it would sit there.
What does that make you?
Smart. But yeah, this thing it would not die. But it my sister was his mom, and so she would ride with him on the handlebars of the bike, one arm around it, and
so it was a guard chicken.
It was a guard chicken, yeah. It hated everybody but her.
Wow.
And it would scratch at the back door, wait for her to come outside, and it'd just follow her around, and it was
that is hilarious.
Weird thing, yeah.
Roll over.
That was a weird tangent.
Yeah.
Roosters.
Yeah. Almost like socks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Only socks are way more interesting.
I don't know. A guard chicken.
So, Utah Air Guns. Check them out at utahairguns.com. Use the code AirCandy for free shipping and free turret stickers. But yeah, check them out. Let's jump in. Do we have listener feedback? No.
Not today.
Okay. That's all right. We don't care what you guys have to say anyway.
Wow.
That's not
Only
true.
Jason.
Hey, I'm the one who always asks for listener feedback.
I'm the one who digs it up and collects it.
What's your point?
Ricky, what do you do?
Ricky's the talent.
He listens to the listener feedback.
I'm a hand model.
Nice. Well, let's jump into what we did with guns.
Okay.
Taco, you want to start?
I will.
Okay.
So I am net 5. I just wanted to give that update.
Oh.
So I've sold a couple guns. I actually sold. Now this was one I had a debate over for a little bit. I sold my single 6. Ruger single 6. It's
really?
this stainless revolver with the 22 mag and 22 cylinders.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I sold it for about the same price I bought it for, like a long time ago. Maybe even a little bit more than I paid for it. But the reason I debated on keeping it is because it was the first handgun I ever bought.
Oh.
So it was the first gun I ever paid money for.
Okay.
The High Point was the first gun that I ever owned because it was given to me. But yeah, I just never shoot it. I don't even like, you know how much I love 22s.
Yeah, you don't, which I think is really funny. You don't like 22s, but you'll shoot air guns all day long.
Oh yeah.
I don't understand what the difference is.
Well, do you shoot a 22 like in the backyard or
true.
like, whatever?
Okay, I understand from that
There's a big
perspective.
difference.
I understand it from that perspective.
Can you fill up your 22 ammo box by going to an air gun shop and just getting 500 pellets and
No,
fill up your air tank?
not so much.
Yeah, so anyways.
Okay.
So I did sell it.
Fair point.
A lot of people would say that was a dumb move, but for me...
I don't get attached to my guns, like, sentimentally. There are some that I kind of do, but for the most part, not like that. It's like, my first gun, I sold it. It was a piece of crap anyway, so I was glad to see it go. But, yeah, guns kind of...
I know you don't get attached at all to, like, any gun. But
I mean, I have some that I am attached to, but push comes to shove, I'd probably get rid of them. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever sold a gun.
Really?
Yeah.
There are
I just buy
people.
guns.
Yeah, and that's cool.
I was that way
I don't have that much space.
until I filled up 2 safes.
Yeah.
Now I'm at the point where, the net 6 new guns, it kind of helps me, like...
You can buy more safes, though.
I don't know where it would go. My house is too small to fit more safes.
I do need another safe. I've been trying to locate something for the shop, but...
Did you sell the guns to buy another gun?
Yeah, so the rule is net 6 for the year.
Okay.
So I can buy up to 6, but after 6, I have to sell one to get one.
Okay.
So I got up to 6, like, I don't know, really fast.
Like January
2nd. Something like that. I just came into some good deals and some guns I wanted to buy, and...
He had no choice.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, so I'm at net 5 right now.
Okay. So how are you going to fill that last spot?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm actually eyeballing, this is stupid, but I'm eyeballing another crown.
Okay.
FX crown.
Okay.
But I was thinking I could either do it in like 25 cal,
Yeah.
or I could do a shorter barrel crown.
I would say if you're going to do something like that, you need to do it in a different caliber. Just a different configuration is...
Or like a 177.
Yeah.
Although
I'd
I already
bigger.
have the 177.
Do something you don't already have.
Yeah.
Then it feels...
Or a 30 cal would be, like Al's would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
But that also limits where you can shoot it, like,
Does.
a lot.
It does. Yeah.
So...
But it opens up more doors for other opportunities also.
Yeah, and speaking of air guns, I took my brother over to Utah Air Guns.
Yeah.
I kind of been slowly putting the bug into his ear. And last summer when I went out to the, in the orchard and I was just blasting these pest birds, the birds come in, poke holes in the soft fruit and then fly off and then poke a hole in a new, like, plum or peach or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, they just never eat out of the same one. They like to poke holes into new ones every time. But anyways, I think I killed like 100 birds or something. And so that kind of piqued his interest right there.
Yeah.
Does he have a farm or something, or an orchard?
So my in-laws are farmers, like orchard people, and then my parents, they live in the middle of 10 acres and have like a mini farm.
Cool.
Yeah.
With, like, they used to have about 100 fruit trees.
Is it more like a hobby farm type of thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they've had to scale back since all the kids have grown up and whatnot.
Since the slave labor.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyways, so took him to Utah Air Guns, and he walked out with an Air Venturi Avenger.
Nice.
And
that's a good one to start with.
And that is air quotes, his son's gun for Christmas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he took it out to the orchard and was shooting some birds and got some squirrels and birds, and his wife said, "You gotta stop shooting Cody's Christmas present." So it was pretty funny.
But it's an air gun. It's not like he's fouling the barrel or anything. You can't tell if it's been shot or not.
It still goes back in the box.
Yeah,
Right.
so he went there and like we talked to Travis. Travis hooked us up with like my brother got one of those big air tanks, but not the biggest ones.
So the 74.
Yeah, the one just under that size. And
I have a whole bunch of air tank caddies in process for that size tank right
and
now.
he does want to get one, but
Okay.
he walked out spending a lot of money. So
Yeah, I get it.
He says he has to like spread the cost over a little bit more time.
For sure.
But it's funny because he's kind of like me, where when you get into something, it's like over the top.
Yeah.
Like get into
Full bore.
yeah, full bore.
Yeah.
So he's been looking at scopes and planning the air gun build for him.
Yeah.
So I think he's going to get a Crown, and then he's going to go with the Vortex LHT scope.
Okay.
It's like kind of the newer version of what I have on my Crown.
Okay.
I just showed him the differences between stuff, and
Yeah.
he looked through my scope and was like, "Yeah, for the dollar and you
Yeah.
know the size and everything, it's pretty sweet."
Yeah. Cool.
So yeah, we'll have to bring him by, maybe in the summer or something, whenever he can,
Whenever.
afford a Crown. And
Yeah.
but
Yeah, for sure. Cool.
and then I don't know if I mentioned it on the podcast, but I picked up the 8-pound jug of the 338 powder.
Oh,
Buffalo
yeah.
powder. It's the ram shot.
The stuff you ripped Al off on.
Yeah,
Okay.
stuff where I end up making him pay me or $10 to
That's next time I see him. I hear you're paying people to take powder.
take powder.
I'll take a couple of those too.
Yeah. Anyways, and then I was talking with Al one of the times I came in here,
Yeah.
and we were talking about materials, and just across the board, everybody is facing like price increases.
Yeah.
On just raw materials, and
I was looking at my stuff on my end too, and yeah, Kydex has gone up significantly.
yeah, and availability. So maybe
Availability
not.
has still been great for me
Yeah.
because it's all U.S. sourced stuff.
Yeah, when you're talking about metals, though,
Yeah.
like aluminum, brass,
Mm-hmm.
and so what we got to talking about alternative materials for, bullet molds, and so we're talking about steel, using steel for bullet mold,
Mm-hmm.
and so he cut a prototype steel mold for me to do some casting with and test to see how it works. And I've had some feedback from other people who have, because people are starting to get into casting zinc bullets.
Interesting.
But to do zinc, you need to have either an iron or maybe something like a steel mold.
Is it just because it's hotter?
Because the temperature, you have to raise
Okay.
it quite a bit hotter. And
Okay.
you'll just wear out the aluminum ones and
Right.
the brass ones.
Okay.
And so, yeah. And, I do have a bunch of zinc that is ingotized, processed into ingots.
Okay.
I just need to find one of those old cast iron pots, bottom pour casting pots, and try to do that. But I'm going to do some lead casting with it, though.
So the steel sounds like it's easier to come by.
Yeah, it's
Pricing is in check. I assume,
yeah, and he was saying it's less brittle than the iron molds.
I can see that. Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay.
kind of like I guess like a cast iron. You think about cast iron pot, how you could crack them
Right.
by impact.
If you hit someone in the head really
Yeah,
hard.
yeah. But yeah. Anyways,
Huh.
so I have that. I've been meaning to cast with it, and I'm gonna try maybe today. It's just so dang cold that
Yeah.
I don't feel like opening my garage and like freezing.
13 degrees on the drive in this morning.
Yeah, it felt it.
Yeah, it did.
It was
Yeah.
cold. Okay.
And then yeah, so the gun that my brother bought was the air gun was a Air Venturi Avenger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I picked up a couple more optics. I did a review on the Crimson Trace Red Dot CTS 25.
What did you think of that?
It's cheap.
Yeah.
It, probably good enough for a lot of people.
Yeah.
The dumbest thing about the scope or the optic is that they did not put in, on the little adjustment turrets, they don't have a directional,
so you don't know which way to...
this way clockwise for left or
up
right.
or down.
Yeah.
Wow.
They just left it off on, it's not on the caps, it's not on the underside of the caps, and it's not on the actual turret itself.
Wow.
So, Crimson Trace, that was really stupid.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
That's the opposite of user-friendly.
That'll waste somebody's
This
box
saves
of
some
ammo
money.
because you have to dial it a bunch one way to just figure out which way
then-
that meant, and
then you forget which way you turned it, so you're back to zero again, going,
Oh, yeah.
did I go forward or back, or,
yeah, if you didn't bring a piece of paper and a pencil to the range,
Yeah.
then you're kind of screwed with anyways, it was just
Huh.
a dumb, you wonder who at Crimson Trace quality controlled that item and thought that was okay.
Do you think, is it a product that they're making in-house or designed in-house, or do you think it's something that they
got from China and
picked up
slapped a
off the
sticker on?
shelf and put their name on it?
I don't know. It looks a lot like all the other Red Dot Chinese-made optics.
Huh.
Like the Bushnell has that little TRS 25.
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny, CTS 25. They probably just got the same optic and, they changed
rebranded it.
Yeah, except they
changed a
forgot to
couple things.
rebrand it and put their directional arrows on it. But
That's
other than that,
disappointing.
I threw it on my Palmetto AKV,
Okay.
little 9mm AK.
Uh-huh.
And it's worked fine so far. I have about 300-400 rounds through that gun,
Okay.
and it's held up. But I'm not one of the guys who drags the red dot behind a truck
Right.
and hey, it doesn't work anymore. It's
What a
0
piece of
star.
crap.
What a piece of crap.
Yeah.
So it's
It's probably not going to hold up if it gets banged around much.
I don't throw my guns around.
Yeah.
I try not to drop them.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I don't tie a string to my truck, and I don't really get the purpose of those videos other than
I kind of understand it. Well,
shock value.
For one, they're going for shock value, but two, they're trying to prove that something is battle ready type of thing. And
dude, no $50 red dot is battle ready.
No.
That's the thing. You're not gonna.
Right. It's pointless.
It's pointless
to test something like that.
And
that's
that's why I say I don't understand the point of those videos when you take a cheap Chinese product.
Yeah.
And then try and show how crazy it is, because would you want it in battle? No.
Yeah. Exactly.
Would you want something that's battle proven? Yeah.
Sure.
Does it cost more? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it worth it? Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, anyways, that's my 2 cents on that.
Okay.
But I did do a video on it, so people can look at that.
Okay. On Full.Lead.Taco.
Yeah, Full.Lead.Taco channel.
On YouTube.
Yeah, and I did a video on the pistol caliber carbines, top 10 reasons that you should own one or consider owning one.
Okay.
So.
Speaking of pistol caliber carbines.
Yeah, I heard that my high pointness rubbed off on you.
There is a rumor that there is a 10 millimeter high point carbine in route. It's probably not going to be here before Christmas, which is okay.
Yeah, you wouldn't want that under your tree.
No. Yay! Oh.
Shaped like a gun, shaped like a gun. Oh, high point.
So,
and you wouldn't want it by your stocking either. It's
No.
ew, what's that thing? Don't touch my stocking.
it's
touching me. It's touching me.
gooey thing on the stock is touching everything. Yeah. No, so I've been I did a little bit of research one night going, okay, what kind of stock? Because you've got that high tower.
Yeah, and that's expensive.
It is. It's really, really
the
cool.
cost of the gun, I
It's
think.
a bullpup.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a bullpup configuration stock and everything, very spacey looking, and it's about $240. And I thought, I'm not spending that much That's just, I don't need to do that. And ATI makes a replacement stock for the carbines, the high point carbines, that looks really nice. It's sleek, but not like crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of the Battlestar Galactica
kind of
stock.
If you're familiar with the Beretta, is that the Storm carbine?
I think it's a CX4
I
carbine.
think that's right. It looks very much like that. So it's good looking, and it's only $80.
But that one copied,
Yeah.
Anyways, Battlestar Galactica copied the Beretta.
Sure. And so I got excited about that. I'm like, I'll spend $80 to make it look a little nicer and everything. They only do it for the 9mm and not the 10.
No.
So that was a disappointment. And you and I had the conversation. Why would you buy a 9mm high point carbine? There's so many better options out
that's
there.
the thing. Is like the only reason I would think that you would consider buying
cheap.
it. No, that's the only reason.
Yeah.
Is that they're cheap and they work.
Yeah.
But they got limited capacity.
Yeah.
Unless you get one of those, like, I think they're called Red Bull. They're like two magazines like glued together. It looks so. They're not glued together.
Appropriate for the high point.
Yeah, because it's a single stack magazine,
right?
And it looks so awkward and weird. It's like bomb, like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
But the 10mm makes sense because a 10mm carbine is not as easy to come by. And especially at that price.
Yeah, and you don't want to be blasting 30 rounds of 10mm like at a time, you know. It's okay to like load up a mag and
there are.
Don't tell me my business.
So anyway, I don't know what I'm gonna do. The gun will probably be in pieces before I ever shoot it, trying to do things to it.
Yeah,
that's all I.
So I will.
Yeah.
I'll just throw this out there. Just remember, it is a blowback design, and so anytime you have a blowback design, you can't mess with the weights.
Yeah.
So weights, springs, because they've got it timed so that it will.
I'm talking cosmetics.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Not anything else. Not gunsmithing on a high point.
Yeah, if you're going to redesign something,
no,
just with blowbacks, you got to take that into consideration.
One thing high point should do, I probably mentioned this last time. If they want to make $1 million,
yeah, make a 9mm.
Make their carbines take Glock magazines.
Yeah.
You know, oh my gosh, can you imagine? That would be awesome. Anyway. I have some neighbors who are getting into guns, and they're I'm not gonna say they're not old. They're probably about my age. Actually, they might be a little younger.
They're ancient.
But they're basically they've got older kids and everything, but they've decided that they want to be able to protect themselves. And so Mom went out and she bought a 9mm pistol, and she's like, she didn't really talk to me beforehand. And so I was like, oh no, what did you get? And I'm like, well, so we talked. She bought a Canic. And I said, okay, that's a fantastic gun.
Yeah. That's one where, like, if someone says, I bought this cheap pistol.
Yeah.
And then you're like,
oh no.
And then they say Canic, you're like,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not a high point.
Right.
Oh, jeez.
Anyway, and then their oldest son, he just started college a year or two ago, I think, and he wanted to get an AR-15. I'm like, dude, let's just build you one. And so I helped him with some stuff, and he came to the shop last night. We put it all together. Turned out great. Nice gun. He's into it. $500.
Wow. Dude.
Palmetto has some deals on some like Christmas sales on some kits.
Yeah.
Just add the lower.
So I told him when he was first talking about it, I said, okay, first thing you need to do, just go buy a stripped lower. Mm-hmm. So you have that. Doesn't matter what happens, you have that, and we can still build it whenever. And he was texting me from Gunny's, I think, and he's like, so they don't have any stripped lowers. This was several months ago.
Yeah.
But they have this one. So he bought a complete lower without the buffer tube and all that. But everything else was there. Grip, trigger, everything. I didn't even look to see what brand it was. But he got it for $160. I went, okay.
It's not bad.
That's not bad. Yeah. And then I steered him to Bear Creek Arsenal.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he came over one day. He's like, "Can you just look out the website with me?" And I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, "Get it in 5.56. It gives you more ammo options and this and that. And what do you want it to look like? You know?" And he's like, "So we got a free float barrel, set up." And I think his complete upper with bolt carrier group was $230.
Oh, jeez.
And then he found these flip up sights on there that I think he paid $40 for.
The quality is like,
The quality isn't bad. They're just kind of chunky.
Okay.
And they don't really get out of the way so much when you flip them down.
Tell him not to chintz on the optic. Don't pay $50 for the Crimson Trace.
I sold him.
Check out the review on.
Yeah.
I sold him a Romeo 5.
Okay.
That I had.
That one, the Sig Romeo 5 is like dude, I have like, I don't know, 5, 10, whatever.
They're good.
It's the one step above the cheap crap.
Right.
Like,
it's got some really great features. They function really well. They look good. They're not. I mean,
they're like $100, $120, somewhere around there.
I've never seen one that cheap. Where are you getting yours?
Jason's like, I hope he doesn't listen to this podcast.
He's like, oh wait.
The one I got was $180.
Oh geez, you are way overpaying.
The cheapest one I bought, because I keep all the boxes, was $140.
Dude, are you like getting them online or are you getting them local?
I don't get them online. I get everything local. I support my local shops.
That's why, dude. Yeah, just watch Palmetto. I think they have them right now for $120.
Okay.
So.
Anyway, so
I'm looking.
He left with that on his gun.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's a good, decent quality
without
optic,
breaking the bank.
Breaking the bank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that.
Rick, you just looked it up. 117.
Huh. Okay.
So,
fair enough.
And
so
if you're patient,
the
you
next
can get them for $99.
Wow.
Yeah.
But you have to be patient.
So the next
Where?
Just Palmetto or sometimes Amazon or wherever. But yeah.
So the next step is I am going over to their place and doing a class for them on firearm safety and everything, and before we take them to the range and shoot their stuff and get them comfortable with it. But
yeah, you know what I've found to be helpful? Like whenever we do like a youth group, like a young men's or young women's group, then we do a safety and like it's a safety meeting at the same time as it is instructional for posture, stance, grip. And so when, it's one thing if you're just talking about like the 5 rules of gun safety or whatever, and, people like will zone out when you do that.
Yeah.
But if you talk about the rules of gun safety and then you're like, okay, and then you have one type of each type of gun, like, so you have like a revolver, a semi-auto pistol.
Yep, that was my plan.
Lever action, a bolt action, slide action, pump action. And then you give the gun to them, take turns and have them demonstrate proper, like,
how to manipulate it.
Yes.
Point it.
How to shoot it or hold it, and then and then you have the other people critique them. And so if you say, okay, watch in case they do any, break any of the rules of gun safety.
Right.
And then so it's cool because then you get people calling each other out, and it makes it fun, interactive. And
one of the things that I've done also is, I had an old 22 stock, and I put a wood dowel in it for the barrel, and I put a little rail on the bottom of it, and I would put a little Crimson Trace laser on it, generic one. When you put that laser on it and turn it on, and you talk about where you're pointing the gun and this and that,
yeah,
all of a sudden that red dot's on them, and they're like, but it's like, see, you feel like when you're holding it like this that you're being safe, or they like to throw it over their shoulder when they're walking and you're pointing it in the face of the person behind you, or stuff like that. And so I found that does a really good job of like bringing it into reality, because they can see, that red dot's pointed right at my face.
Yeah, the laser.
So that's something that I like to do when I do those little classes and stuff also.
Yeah. Did I tell you that we did that? My wife and the church group.
Oh, yeah.
The ladies.
Yeah,
they went.
your ladies' night or whatever.
Yeah, the turkey shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Carly won like turkey legs or something. No, turkey breast.
Oh.
Yeah. So it was fun though. We took the church group of ladies out shooting, and
I helped you last year with that.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
yeah, it was fun this year. There weren't quite as many ladies,
Uh-huh.
and so they got to shoot like the whole time.
Yeah.
So they were like, "Oh man, this is great!" And each lady had like an instructional guy to help them out.
Uh-huh.
That was like around Thanksgiving?
Yeah, it was before Thanksgiving, so that they could have the opportunity to win a turkey for
Nice.
Thanksgiving.
Nice.
Yeah, first place was a turkey, second place was a turkey breast, and then third place was a turkey drumsticks. So they had duels on the dueling tree with the 15-22s. Yeah,
Nice.
little bracket and everything. It was fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Ricky, what did you do with guns?
I didn't do too much. Busy week with work and mag holder and everything going on. But the only thing I did do is I have two boys in my neighborhood who lost their father recently. And so I've been helping them. I've been gathering things to reload. I want to teach them how to reload.
Cool.
Their hunting guns. I took them out hunting a couple. I think I talked about that on the podcast a couple months ago.
Nice.
So we're going to help them reload and then start taking them out shooting more and get them going on that. So that's all I did was just gather reloading gear that we needed for their calibers.
Just don't follow any of Carl's reloading procedures. You'll turn a pistol into a shotgun.
I don't know. He could clear a Texas Star faster than anybody I know.
Anyway, speaking of Carl,
Oh yeah.
A quick update from Carl.
You actually spoke
I actually
to
spoke
him.
to him
Cool.
over the phone. I got a hold of him, and he's at home. He's doing better. He's alive.
Yeah.
He almost died
Oh yeah.
multiple times.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy to
Yeah.
know that he's
hearing
that bad.
what process he was in the hospital, it was like, oh, he's just on a downward spiral.
Yeah, he has an extra hole in his butt, or I guess just extra like above.
He's got two buttholes.
Yeah, he's got two buttholes now, and
That seems appropriate.
But a bed sore that
Opened
goes
up.
all the way to the tailbone,
Oh,
to the
gosh.
bone itself. So he can't sit, which is, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So, and let's see, what else did?
So what you're saying is we still need to pray for Carl.
He's not out of the woods yet.
He's on oxygen,
Yeah.
and Santa Claus ended up buying him. It's kind of cool, he bought him a generator so that he could run his oxygen if the
power
If the power goes out.
That's awesome.
So that's
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus
I like that.
came through. Yeah,
Very nice.
yeah.
Cool.
So, anyways, he's doing
I'm sure
well
he's
for
very happy to be home.
Yeah, he's doing well for where he
Under the
was and
circumstances.
under the circumstances.
Yeah.
So keep praying for Carl, but
Yeah.
he is on the mend.
Yeah.
Just it's a long
Slow.
road. Yeah.
Keep Mark in your prayers too. He was hoping to make it today and had some issues yesterday that prevented him from being able to make it today.
Yeah, we should maybe go up there and
Yeah, maybe we
record a session, and I could bring a bag of frozen sparrows.
I'm sure your
brought
wife
you a
would like that.
treat.
Yeah, my wife would really appreciate it if we recorded over there.
I guess I could just shoot the sparrows and just leave them in the backyard now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
Nice. Anyway, okay. Let's hit our last two sponsors real quick.
Quick.
What's new at Magholder?
We're shipping out orders still. I mean, people are still placing orders. I don't think if you order now, you would get it by Christmas. I think things are too tight.
Yeah.
We're still shipping and hoping you do.
Yeah.
I think if you paid for the more expensive shipping option we have, would get you priority shipping. So that maybe I'm not going to guarantee it for sure, but
you'd probably get it. There are no guarantees in shipping this time of the year.
my processing time, I'm getting them out same day.
Yeah.
Almost immediately. It's really the carrier constraints that's
Right.
going to prevent that. So, yep, Mag Holders is just busy shipping out orders.
Nice.
We've got some stuff we're working on, but not ready to announce anything yet. So.
Yeah. Cool. I have at Concealment Solutions. I have.
Oh, let me get coupon code. We have 3 coupon codes.
Oh yeah. Because one's not enough.
No. Well, yeah.
What if can you combine them? If you type all 3 of them in one string, do you get free mag holders?
Next week we'll have 4 coupon codes. One is combining them all. So how deep is your love? Get in the van. I have candy, and I shortened it and made a new code of Taco 20 for those who want just a shorter, easier to type.
Fingers are tired.
Yeah.
Cool. So at Concealment Solutions, I was thinking about this yesterday because I have so many projects in the works that are in various stages of completion and on hold and whatever all over my shop. I was like, holy crap, I have so many irons in the fire right now. It's ridiculous. But that's just the way my mind works. I have to keep, I'm always wanting to improve or change or do something new. And so there's a lot of stuff in the works. Next year could be an interesting year for new products from us. You know, the air tank caddies, like I mentioned, are on the site now. You can get them in pretty much any color options that you want, so you can customize your stuff. The stock for the Air Force guns, those we're looking at probably January that
Cool.
Those are going to ship. I will probably do a pre-order deal on those. So if you have an Air Force Talon P specifically, that their little pistol, this stock makes it an absolutely functional carbine, which is really cool. So that's I'll get some pictures on social media here in the next few days for those. But those are going to be cool. Those will retail for $70 in any color combination pretty much that you want.
Wow.
So that'll be kind of fun. Other than that, yeah. Use the code Show Me the Candy, get 15% off and some swag. But yeah, that's what we've got going on at not at Mag Holder. Why do I always think I'm at Mag Holder?
That works. I love the plug. Double plug.
At concealmentsolutions.com.
I think with any of the sponsors, go on and subscribe to newsletters, to emails.
Yeah.
It's one way to get regular updates on products and discounts and promotions that are going on. So subscribe, send your email in.
And we're not like some of these companies that will send you 2 emails a day. I hate that. It drives me crazy.
Unsubscribe.
I know. You're lucky if you get 1 a week from me.
It's true. I'm your email guy. I have to pull your teeth out just to try and get you.
I know. Were we doing something this week? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Put this on sale. Anyway, let's do Taco's top 5. We haven't done that in a while.
Okay. And now it's time for Taco's Top 5. So for today's Taco's Top 5, it is the top 5 things that you would not want to leave out of your range bag.
Okay.
So let's go round robin.
All right.
And I could start.
Okay.
So one of the top things that I have in my range bag is a brass rod.
That was on my list.
I knew you'd probably have it, so that's why.
That's why you stole it from me.
I want to go
Yes.
first.
Now, I actually have a couple different sizes, and one of them is actually long, and it doesn't fit in my range bag, but it's in my truck.
Yeah.
And I've used that. So for those of you who don't know what a brass rod is used for, it's to stick in your barrel and punch out bullets or
Squibs.
Squibs, yeah. Something that gets stuck in there.
Have you ever had to use it?
Yes.
I have too.
And
Actually, I didn't have a brass rod. I used a stick.
well,
But
Now you have a brass rod.
Yeah, but it was in a pistol, so it wasn't a big deal.
yeah. And what I've used mine for before also is I don't buy steel cased ammo,
Right.
but I've seen, of course it's always like the young guys who have a new AR and they got to shoot it cheap, so they got a cheap AR with cheap ammo. And it was multiple times actually. I've seen guys like kind of holding their gun goofy, who are shooting over to the side of me. I'll walk over there and say, "Hey, you guys need some help?" And they're like, "Yeah, we just got the bullet stuck in here." But they don't mean bullet; they mean the case. And it's usually I ask them, "What ammo have you been shooting?" And it's like the Wolf, like steel case or Tula or whatever. And so I have a brass rod that's a skinnier one that fits in the 223 or, that size of the 22 caliber barrels. And you stick it down the barrel and you can tap the brass casing or the steel casing out of it.
Yeah.
And I fixed some guns, multiple guns for other people that way. So brass rod for squibs. And for those of you who don't know what a squib is, it's like a underpowered cartridge. So either when someone was reloading and they somehow skipped the powder and the primer's enough to make it go pop and the bullet will come out of the brass and get stuck in the barrel.
Yeah.
Or it's an undercharge where it didn't get enough of a charge, or it could be bad powder or contaminated powder.
I find it's much easier and quicker to just throw another round down the barrel to knock the other bullet out.
Yeah. Kaboom! Yeah.
I know people who have done that. I've been there when they've done that.
Has it
have
blown
like
up?
a asterisk at the end of this?
Yeah.
Liability purposes?
Yeah.
I'll have to tell you what I did to get one stuck bullet out of a barrel. I won't say on air, but I'll just say it involves some trail boss. So, but yeah.
Okay.
Totally worked. But yeah. Anyways, so brass rod, squib rod.
Yep. They're good to have.
And the reason you go with brass instead of like steel or something is when you're pounding on something in your barrel, the last thing you want is to like ding up your rifling. And you got to be careful about the muzzle and like the crown. You don't want to ding the crown of your barrel, or else your accuracy just goes out. So, anyways. Okay, Jason.
Well, I had a rod on there.
So you're down to top 4 now.
Yeah, Jason's top 4.
The Maglula.
Oh, I'm down to 4 now.
When I show up at the range without it, I'm like, okay, I'm only going to shoot like 20 rounds. I'm not loading any more than
one
that.
magazine, whatever's loaded.
So the Maglula is a mag loader. It helps. It's a mag loader aid. Like it helps you.
Or you look to see if you brought your kid with you to load.
Yeah. Are you kidding? My kid couldn't get a 45 magazine loaded. Yeah. There's a lot of options for mag loaders. I just have found that one to be my favorite.
They have an AR one and the pistol ones, right?
I haven't seen an AR one from Maglula. Yeah. They might. It wouldn't surprise me.
Evan has one of those Maglulas and he loves it.
Yeah, I love mine too.
I don't use mag loaders.
No,
my hands are still strong.
Thumbs of steel.
I'm still young enough that I can load my own.
So I have both in mine.
Oh, so they have the one for the AR that you just dump the rounds in. It has a handle that you just crank.
Just pop it. Yep.
Okay.
Pump it up.
I don't have one of those. Although I don't have issues.
Do you really want to have one of those though?
I don't really have issues. AR magazines are easy to load, but
yeah.
If you're doing a class and you need to load them quick, I could see the point in having something like that.
Okay.
All right, Ricky.
Okay.
What's on the bottom of your list?
Your top 3.
No. So I put on. I have some extra targets that I put in my bag because I always forget targets. I throw all my gear in my truck and I get out there and I'm like, crap,
I have nothing to shoot at.
Targets. And so I've started putting targets in my bag. That way, when I forget my bigger, nicer targets, I have a spare one to shoot.
Do you have a target preference, or doesn't matter?
No, it doesn't. Well,
again, because I'm old, apparently, I like the ones that...
The shoot and see.
Yeah, the shoot and see
kind
ones.
Yeah, I don't. That's too rich for my blood. Just paper is good.
Yeah, I have a lot of the Buckeye targets.
Yeah, I have a whole bunch of his stuff too.
And I just keep those in behind my back seat in my truck so that
that's
I
what
always have paper targets.
Throw them in there.
Yeah. His are big too.
Yeah, I like them.
Yeah.
So the benefit of having a big target is then you don't have to run out there and keep resetting targets.
And it's easier to hit.
Well, if you're sighting in a gun, then it is. Getting on paper is
for sure.
You're on paper on your first shot. So.
Yeah, if you're sighting in your rifle on a paper plate, you might be there for a while till you can touch paper.
Okay, then my next one is a rangefinder.
Dang, that was on mine too.
So yeah, I always take a rangefinder and I always set up targets at
Yeah.
So then I know what distance the targets are at, and
Well, and what that does also is not only does it make it easier for you to sight something in, but then when you're out in the field, if you're hunting or something like that, your brain automatically can kind of go.
You remember it.
Yeah, you can go. Okay, 100 yards. I have a
Looks
good
like
idea
this.
of what 100 yards looks like or whatever. And so I think using a rangefinder does a lot to help you with that.
The other thing
stuff.
too is I'm really bad with estimation of numbers. So whether it's quantity of people or distance,
Okay.
I have a really hard time. So I might I might have set up these targets many times, hundreds of times or whatever. But then having that just helps me because I'm like, okay, this seems about 100 yards, and I'm like 50 yards off.
Yeah.
It's like 150 yards. I was like, okay, it's closer than I thought.
Yeah.
So it just helps me get the exact measurements, distances.
Okay.
I'm just OCD. I want to be exact or as close to exact as possible. So if I'm 99, it's not good enough. I got to be 100 yards.
The bullet knows the difference.
I don't care.
3 feet.
I like to know how far I'm shooting, but I don't. It's like that looks like 100 yards. Nope, 77. Can't good enough. So, one thing that I have found to be indispensable, especially if you're just out in the West Desert shooting or whatever, are hand wipes.
Okay. All right.
Get the lead off your hands and stuff like that, and just be able to be cleaned up. Because you're going to the taco truck on the way home, right?
Yep.
You don't want to be all nasty.
Yeah. Speaking of which, we need to have a range day with followed up by the taco truck.
Yeah, I need to come over and get loaded for that Mauser. I still haven't shot it.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Get some 6.5 bullets.
Yeah, we'll have to.
Gunnies has some.
Oh, do they?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. I'll go look at it. All right, Ricky.
All right. So I put earplugs or extra batteries. So I use electronic, the sport ear plugs, and so I have little hearing aid batteries I have for those, and so I have a bunch of spares. Sometimes I'll double up depending on what I'm shooting, and so I'll have plugs as well.
That was the next thing I had was plugs and muffs.
Yeah.
Because if you're shooting for a long time, sometimes with the ear muffs
you get
and
that.
glasses, your ears will start aching.
Yeah.
And so I'll take them off and put plugs in. Or if you're going the other way around, earplugs get annoying after a while also.
For me, I just say suppressed shooting or non-suppressed shooting.
Yeah.
When my ears get tired, hey Evan, put the suppressors on.
Yeah.
Noah, go grab a suppressor. Get the bag.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Not all of us have that option.
Yeah, I
But
know.
you can.
Yeah.
Quick update, the silencer shop and the ATF, they're coming out with their E-forms again.
Okay.
Oh, I saw that.
So it could be it should improve the times on, the turnaround times on suppressors.
So you're talking being able to do it all electronically?
Yeah, but last time I did an E-form, it was like a month or two.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but that
That's
was like
really
around
fast.
Obama time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, but it's
Really?
Yeah, because everything's processed over
Why wouldn't
like,
they do
electronically.
it electronically? That just makes it easier.
Because it's the government. They spend all this money to do things backwards.
Yeah.
So, anyways.
I think I tried to do one electronically, and it had issues, and so I just had to can it and do it the other way.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Interesting. Okay.
Whose turn is it now?
I think it's yours.
My turn. Oh, okay.
My list is done. I've exhausted.
Well, you just did wipes, right?
Yeah.
So the other one is tools.
Yeah.
And so you'll want to have the right tools to adjust sights, like
Adjust your optics. Yeah.
as well as Allen wrenches, like those
Yeah.
little, what do you call them? Like the Allen wrench kits that have, it's kind of like
The
a pocket
star?
knife.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So they
Yeah,
fold
just
out.
fold out,
Those
yeah.
are really handy to have. They're not ideal for me for regular stuff, but
Right.
to have
But to have all
the
of the
metric
different sizes
and-
right
yeah,
there. Yeah.
then you can, if a red dot starts coming loose, then
Yeah.
you have that tool to tighten it.
Or if you didn't tighten your scope mounts down
Yeah.
on your rifle. I don't know
Yeah.
who would do that, but
You still haven't even sighted that rifle in.
I put 5 rounds through that gun.
Oh, geez. Yeah.
It's
So
on my
the
to-do
right
list.
tools, And that includes an AR-15 armorer's wrench. Because sometimes the castle nut will come a little bit loose, stuff like that, where it's nice to have that at the range where you can fix somebody's AR-15 at the range.
Okay.
So I think that's pretty much the only time, or the only part of the AR-15 that I've used the armorer's wrench to fix is like a loose castle nut. But yeah,
Okay.
So screwdrivers, Allen wrenches, AR-15 armorer's wrench.
And a big mallet.
And a big mallet.
Or rock.
For the squib rod. Okay, Jason.
That's all I had. You guys used all my stuff. Stole it from me.
So the only other thing I have is like a microfiber cloth for my optics.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a couple of those in there just to clean stuff off. If it's winter, for some reason I go out. I convince myself to go out when it's snowing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's harder to get out when it's snowing, but it's fun.
I was going to go out today, but I saw the temperature.
Oh, yeah.
Told those boys in my neighborhood, not going to happen.
Yeah.
Huh.
Okay, so my turn again?
Yep.
So spare mags, and what I mean by that is, it seems like everybody always has 30-round AR-15 mags, but those are not ideal if you're doing, say, bench shooting or longer range shooting.
Yeah.
So I like to keep a 10-round and a 20-round P-mag in my range bag. And that makes it nice. So then, whether you're using a bipod or what, you don't have that 30-round mag hitting
Bumping
the table.
The bench, yeah.
Yeah. And so, just a under-capacity magazine that is better for bench shooting. So
I don't think I own a 10-round.
you should.
I should. but I
Yeah,
don't.
10-round, 20-round P-mag, those are great to have. And it's also nice for limiting ammo consumption for, if you take those boys shooting.
Yeah, sure.
If they're the type of people who will load up
You know-
the mag all the way, they will pull the trigger until it's done.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you just give them a 10-round mag.
That's when I handed my 1022 that I had that the Archangel.
Archangel.
Yeah, Archangel conversion kit, so it looks like an AR. Here, shoot this.
Yeah.
Or M&P 1522.
Yeah. Oh, that would.
Those
Okay.
are fun.
I'll get one of those.
Yeah. And then my last item was suppressors. So we already talked a little bit about that, but
I do have one item that I didn't
Oh.
put on my list, but I have a staple gun in mine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I staple my
I
targets.
always forget my staple gun.
I finally bought the next one, and it just stays in the bag.
I've done
yeah.
that, too.
I have a staple gun that stays in the truck until my wife uses it,
Yeah.
and then I don't know where it is, but yeah. But yeah, so suppressors are nice, just like it seems like we all always start shooting quiet because it's just a fun thing while other
Right.
people are setting up. Then you
Yeah.
have suppressors to shoot so people can be setting up, doing stuff without their earplugs in and hearing protection on. And then we usually end up shooting suppressed at the very end too, just because same thing. People
People are
putting
starting to
stuff
pack stuff up
away, and also I usually wear the over the ear
Yeah, see.
hearing protection, and you get a little bit of fatigue from that, and the glasses
Yeah,
poking
being
into
pressed
the
into your
temples or whatever.
Head.
Yeah, so suppressors are great. I think I take them every time I go shooting.
Oh, I don't know why you wouldn't if you got them.
Yeah, so that's mine.
Cool. Well,
We're out of time,
we are out of time.
and I got lots to do today.
As do I.
See if I can prototype or test that prototype mold, the steel mold, make some good bullets.
That would be cool.
I'm gonna have to wait till the sun comes up, and it gets warm though, warmer.
Sun doesn't ever hit your garage, does it? You got those big old trees on.
The leaves
I
are
know.
gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I was gonna say I think I'm gonna bring a casting pot into that casting room that Al
Al's
has set up.
casting room?
Yeah, he has some crazy ventilation system.
Yeah, he does.
So maybe casting in the winter, I'll just start bringing my pot here, or maybe I'll just leave it here. But I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
that's
Cool.
definitely more convenient
Yeah.
and comfortable.
Yeah.
I do need to start watching your videos because I want to start casting.
Yeah. You should come over.
I was gonna say
I'll-
we should do another casting party.
Yeah,
at your
casting
place.
party. I have actually bought an extra Lee APP press, and an inline fabrication mount for my garage, so that if we have 2 people casting and 1 guy powder coating and sizing, you can like do.
Everyone
can
room.
be in the garage hanging out together, and the you don't have the lone bullet sizer guy inside the house by himself.
Size bullets. We're gonna talk out here.
So yeah, I set up 2 of those inline fabrication mounts in my garage. So one of them has the APP press, and the other one has, I think, a vise or something else.
Cool.
So, yeah, if you guys ever want to like do some casting,
Let's do something like first of the year.
Yeah.
yeah, sounds good.
Get through the
Be fun.
holidays.
I can show you how to cast.
Yeah, that'd be
give
awesome.
you tips. And
Tell me what I need. Yep, sounds good.
okay, all right.
Yeah, we did an episode on that. You could just listen to that.
That's true. Which episode number was it?
I don't know.
Yeah, right.
Okay,
Before 100, I think.
I don't know.
No, it might have been after.
Might have been after post 100.
I think it's 103.
Yeah.
Episode
Really?
103.
Okay. I'm gonna listen to that.
Look it up.
If I haven't already.
You can listen
Okay.
to it on your drive home.
All right. Until next time, stay safe, have fun,
Be nice to people.
take someone shooting.
Take some.
Yeah.
That was your line, Ricky, and you didn't say it.
Yeah, we floated the softball and you missed.
I leaned back already, guys.
Drinking hot cocoa or something?
Pero.
Oh, gross, dude.
That's like
It's Pero with
Mormon coffee.
vanilla coconut creamer. I love it.
My mom.
Hot
you
chocolate.
don't even get the caffeine benefit. Just
I
all the
don't.
nastiness.
It's like the gross
I don't
taste.
drink caffeine.
Your taste buds got worn out.
Yeah.
Fine.
They're running at 50%.
That's why old people like the strong cheese and stuff, because your taste buds don't work anymore.
I've always liked strong cheese.
You must have worn out your taste buds long ago.
You're an old soul.
But you are old now.